Chris Boyer, online marketing specialist and author of the blog hospitalonlinemarketing.com. And today I'm talking with Steve Liebforth, who's a senior web developer of Prevena Health. And we're talking about how he has used Facebook as part of his online marketing strategy. Can you help me a little bit to describe what you're currently doing on Facebook?
We're a 6-hospital system, so we initially started out with just one general Facebook page that really met the needs of all of our markets. And we've actually kind of changed course recently. Now we're trying to develop individual Facebook pages for each of our hospitals so that we can really meet the needs of the individuals in our specific markets. What we saw was happening was we were having news announcements for all 6 of our hospitals that were really more generic and not talking about the specific events and happenings in that area, where now we really want to get more and more focused. What we're starting to see on our Facebook pages is more interaction. We're starting to really see how social media should be used. We're starting to see our patients and consumers interacting with our news feeds. And with all of our Facebook pages, our goal ultimately is to drive additional traffic to our website.
So what made you decide on using Facebook?
Probably most important, given the current economic situation and budgets being what they are, is that it's free. It was something that we really only had to dedicate man hours to get started on, and as we saw it growing and growing, it was something that we definitely wanted to leverage. So the fact that it was free was really a bonus as an extension to our marketing. Secondly, with Facebook, we put our information out there where our consumers are. We know that they're not coming to our website on a nightly basis, but as you look at the information online, more and more visitors to Facebook are coming on a daily basis, a weekly basis, if not more frequently. And then with that, you've also got the viral component of Facebook. When you put information out there about an event or a specific announcement that's exciting to someone, they very easily can share that with all of their friends. So while we may only have 300 or so fans of Prevena Health's Facebook page, by extension, we've got thousands as people decide to share information or comment on information that's visible to individual profiles, and their friends are able to see our information as well. And then finally, just kind of a side benefit that wasn't really our initial purpose is that we're seeing an improvement in search engine optimization. We've got more and more links from our social media tools to our website, and Google definitely sees that, and we're seeing a bump up in some of our search engine rankings.
Are there a lot of people on Facebook in the Chicago area?
There definitely are. Facebook's obviously growing. It came out today that there are now 300 million people on Facebook. But more than that, the real benefit for healthcare marketing is that the demographic on Facebook really is the target demographic for healthcare marketing. I kind of like to say that the average person that signs up for Facebook now is that mother that lives in the suburbs that has 2.5 kids, and really that's right in our target range, where previously Facebook was really more focused on the high school and college kids. The largest growing demographics currently are the folks that are a little bit older than college age, up into the seniors, which is also a large growing demographic on Facebook. More and more of the folks that work in our hospitals talk about how their parents and grandparents are getting on Facebook. And again, those are the folks that we definitely want to market to, as well as some of the younger folks.
So how are you encouraging people within your community to become a fan of your Facebook page?
We've done several things to really promote our Facebook pages, and it really took time. I mean, if you're starting out with a Facebook page, you have to have some patience. Early on, we had fans. All of the folks in our marketing group signed up, and they kind of shared it with their friends. But then it really took time to really grow an audience, and we did a couple of things. Number one, on all of our current marketing materials, we put out a button that said, "Become a fan of Prevena" on Facebook. So in our e-newsletters, on our websites, we had a call to action button. All of our different marketing materials. And that really drove a lot of folks to our Facebook page, and they could see what type of information was out there. And then that allowed them to join up and get the consistent news feeds on Facebook.
And secondly, we also ran some Facebook ads.
The Facebook ads really allowed us to advertise in all of our markets. So we put in our zip codes and ran the Become a Fan of Prevena on Facebook in all of our zip code immediate and secondary markets. And we ran some numbers, and we only spent about $65, and it was an average of about 45 cents per click-through to get to our page. And after we looked at the numbers, it cost us about $4 to get any additional fans. So really looking at an acquisition cost of $4 per person.
Is Prevena using Facebook advertising to complement other marketing activities?
Absolutely. We're also using Facebook to advertise some of our physician practices. We've run some ads for same-day appointments for some of our physician practices that were a little bit low in volume. And while we haven't seen quite the success that we did with the fans of Prevena Facebook advertising, we're still seeing quite a few folks clicking through our ads. And again, those folks are folks that, as you like to say, are searching with intent. So the people that are clicking through those ads looking for a physician are much more likely to, be looking for that appointment. And the other really nice part about that is when we look at our numbers as far as the people that are coming from Facebook to our site, they're spending much more time on our website compared to an average user and visiting more pages.
Wow, that sounds like it's pretty effective advertising for you then.
Yeah, it's definitely something that with budgets being cut, we haven't spent a lot of money on this, but we are getting very targeted users and consumers that are coming to our website. The application on Facebook that you can set up your advertising is a really slick application. It really tells you how many folks, as you start to lay it out, okay, I'm looking in the Chicagoland market, it'll tell you have 50,000 users, and then I want to only target females. It tells you you now have 30,000 users between the age of 18 and 36. I'm down to 10,000 users, so you can really get a sense of how many people you're advertising towards and really target it to the folks that you're looking for.
Do you ever see Facebook as competing against your website?
No, I don't see Facebook competing with our website at all. Ultimately, with everything that we post to Facebook, we put a URL that drives back to our website for additional information. We really look at it as kind of a teaser of information on the Facebook page, short and sweet, and just kind of highlighting what we're talking about. But ultimately, we just look at our website as the source of truth where we ultimately want everyone to end up.
What are some successes that you've seen that you can measure and attribute to the work you've done on Facebook?
If you're brand new to building a Facebook page, it takes time. When we looked early on, we talked to our marketing folks, we weren't really getting a lot of the successes that we're seeing now. So give it time, have patience, and really build up your audience. Now that we've been at this for almost 9 months, we've started to really take a look at our numbers and see what type of return we're getting for the man hours that we're investing. And in the first 6 months of 2009, we had over 1,100 visits to our website that were driven by social media. And for those, it was Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And out of those, approximately 75% of the visits were coming from Facebook. So we see that people are visiting our website after coming to our Facebook page or after seeing our announcements. So that definitely is showing that the time and investment is worth it. Also recently, we've been named a finalist for the Greystone Best in Class Awards for use of social media. So while that doesn't necessarily drive people to our website, it's nice to be recognized nationally that we're having some success with our social media tools.
So for the people that are watching this, what is the URL for your Facebook page?
It's facebook.com/Prevena Health. Or if you're not, you can visit www.prevena.org and you'll be able to find our button on the homepage to click and find our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube presence as well.
Is there anything else that you want to share with the other hospitals, marketers that are listening about using Facebook?
I think the one question that I get a lot is, how much time and effort do I really have to put into having a successful Facebook presence? And it definitely was a learning curve for us early on. If I knew what I knew now back in December when we were setting this up, I think I could do the work in about a quarter of the time. So definitely talk to other colleagues that have set up Facebook pages and get a sense of what works and what doesn't. But really on an ongoing basis, we really have minimal investment now that our Facebook page is up and running and that we've advertised it. Our corporate marketing team actually provides the content for the Facebook pages. And I actually followed up with them and asked them, and they said they typically spend less than an hour a week actually updating the information. So leverage what you're already doing marketing-wise, what's in your e-newsletters, what's on your website, and just put the information on Facebook as an extension. It's not necessary to spend a ton of time and effort and have a successful Facebook page. But like I mentioned earlier, really being strategic with the messages that you put out there is vital to make sure that you're really aligning with the goals of the organization.
Wow, Steve, that's some really good information that you've been sharing about how you're using Facebook as part of your online marketing strategy. Again, I'm Chris Boyer, online marketing specialist, and I've been talking with Steve Liebforth, who's a senior web developer at Prevena Health. And I'm with the blog hospitalonlinemarketing.com. Thanks for watching.